The Premier League is back, baby. Time for some predictions. Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while, and I know you guys thinking, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time away, but the Premier League is finally back, and now it's time for some predictions. Yeah, it's time to do the predictions table. It's about time. I know anyone's watching this, you've seen on American Waffle. You guys have already seen some of my predictions, but today I'm doing the whole. We're gonna be doing the whole league table, Champions League, European spots, league winners, relegation, mid-table. We got it all, baby. We got it all now. So I'm not gonna lie, we ain't got much time. I'm not trying to be here forever. I'm not here trying to do essays and documents on all 20 teams. So let's get straight into it. We got the whole table set up now. Obviously, you got we got the champions. You got the Champions League. We got that. We got the Champions League. We got the European spots. We got Europa League. We got Conference League. We got the mid-table spots, and then obviously we got relegation. Now the way we're gonna be doing this, we're gonna be doing this from the bottom to the top. I'm not gonna go team by team, so I'm not gonna go the way they're laid down. I'm not gonna go Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, United. I'm just going to go by each of the spots. We're going to go from the bottom. So we're going to start from relegation and work our way up. You got me? Cool. So we're going to go straight in. And I'm going to do them by sections too. I'm not going to go one by one in the section. So we're going to start off straight away. We're going to go straight in with the relegation spots, the three going down. So for me, three going down, it's an absolute no-brainer. Leeds, Burnley, and Wolves. So when I look at them three, Leeds, straight away, I have him in the relegation spot straight away because of their manager. I do not think Daniel Farke is good enough. The guy's been in the Premier League twice, and he's finished bottom of it twice. He's been the soggy bun of the Premier League both times, bro. Both times with Norwich. So, yeah. Second one, Burnley. Also, I'm not going to lie, also does come down to the manager. Last time they were in the Premier League, obviously, Company was their manager. Don't even know why. Don't know how. He got the Bayern job after getting relegated with Burnley in the Prem. But Scott Parker is the manager. They got some decent talent. They got some good players in there. Like Marcus Edwards is back. I think he was in the Spurs academy at one point. So yeah, good to see him back in the Premier League. And as for Wolves, for me, they've lost their two most important players in terms of attack, Aït-Nouri and Cunha. They lost their top scorer, and for my opinion, probably their two best creators on that left side. So that left side has been completely stripped. And I don't think with the players they've got left, the Strand Larsens, the Hwangs, like Strand Larsen scored 14 goals last season. I don't think he's going to do that without Cunha and Aït-Nouri on that left side with that creativity. So that's for me. So now we're going to move to the bottom end of the mid-table side. And for me, in this, I'm going to go 17th. Who's going to be 17th? I don't even probably go through. I feel like Sunderland are going to be down in the bottom half of it. I feel like they've actually recruited well. They've gone crazy. So maybe even down there is crazy. This is in no particular order, by the way. I'm gonna go for Sunderland. I'm gonna throw Everton in there. I'm also gonna put, was it 15, 16? Yeah, 15, 16, 17, three teams. Good lord, man, cannot even count. And you know, I'm gonna put Brentford down there too. Because obviously Sunderland, they could, I feel like one of any team, if any of the new teams coming up is going to be the big shock out of them, it's going to be Sunderland, in my opinion. Like, they got Xhaka, they got Masuaku, who used to play for West Ham. They just signed Mukiele from PSG. So, they're signing, not only are they signing, players who got Premier League experience, they're even signing other players, around Europe as well. So, for me, out of any of the teams that are going to stay up in there, out of the newly promoted, is going to be Sunderland. Everton, I feel like Everton have always been down in the lower slumps of mid-table. They were in relegation battles a couple years ago. Obviously, now they moved into that new stadium, so who knows how they're going to adapt to that, because, I feel like it's a big, I think it's 20, I think it's 20-something thousand bigger than Goodison. It's ridiculous. I've actually seen pictures of the stadium. It literally looks imagine, Spurs' stadium, but, blue lights. Blue lights, big blue lights going around the stadium. And, it's literally the exact same thing, bro. It's literally, the Spurs Stadium, but up in Liverpool. They're going to be doing music events. But, I guarantee you there'll be a boxing match up there in a couple years, bro. There may even be a UFC event. I guarantee it. And Brentford going to be down in there just because they lost Mbomo. Just like Wolves, but, on a not as bad, because, Wolves obviously are a better side. Wissa looks like Wissa's still there as of now. Who knows who'll be there when the transfer window closes, but Mbomo's gone. Frank is gone. I think they even lost their goalkeeper as well. They sold him. So yeah, I feel like they're gonna be down there too. So now, where is it? Yeah, we're We're moving on to actual mid-table. This is literally going to be like mid. This is literally like the middle of the table. So if you're in any of these spots, 11th to 14th, straight, you literally just straight mid, bro. So going in these, for me, Brian are always in like this little, they're always in this part of the table. Brian never that far low to the point where they could get relegated or even you're talking about it. And they're not that good enough to the point where you could be like, can they make a European spot? So for me, Brian are 100% sitting in there. Another team that I feel like is going to be sat in there is Fulham. Like, I feel like they're just another one of those teams where, like, you're not good enough to make Europe, but you're not bad enough to be in a relegation battle or even go down. So, got them two in there. West Ham. Actually, I feel like West Ham are going to be, like, the lower end of that. So, yeah, we're going to put West Ham in there, too. And then I'm also going to put... I feel like Bournemouth are going to be in that slot, too, because if any team has been rated of their... if any team has been rated based off of their team of last season, it's Bournemouth, man. They've lost their goalkeeper. They've lost they've lost both their center backs. They've lost their left back. They've been absolutely destroyed, bro. What's his name? Rotara just went to Brentford. Got like 40 million for him. The only plus thing you could say is that Semenyo signed a new contract, so they'll be keeping him. That'll be like he was one of the good sparks the last season. Evan Nielsen is still there too, so you got them two. They could build a little partnership. Who knows what Bournemouth could do? But I feel like Bournemouth are just another one of them teams that are too good not to go down. I don't even feel like it's like that point where it's like Bournemouth can be good enough, because Bournemouth were very good last year and they were nowhere near. We were nowhere near talking about them making Europe. So for me, Bournemouth are going to be down there in the midst of the definition of mid-table. So now we're gonna we're on the upper half. Now we're on to the top half of the table. Yeah, onto the top of the table. Now for me, team that is 100% dropping off from last year and is going in, but not going to be that bad for me, I'm going to put Forest in there, bro. I've got Forest as my underachievers for last season, for this season, based off especially what they did last year. And you got Alanga being sold. You hear hell, bro. You got Marinakis putting guns. This guy's putting 9mm to the back of people's heads and make sure they sign contracts, bro. He's saying you stay here or you're never going to be able to go to Greece again. He said no more trips to Mykonos with the missus. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, God knows what's going on up there, but I know it is not pretty. Like, I'll be real. My hot take for this season, I think Nuno's getting sacked. I really think Nuno's going to be sacked by, like, February. I don't think it's going to, because I've seen the tension build, bro. I can see the tension build between Nuno and Marinakis, and I'm not going to lie, I feel like it's like a volcano just waiting to erupt. So, Forest 100% are going to be down there in the upper half of mid-table for me. Because, like, they still got Chris Wood, who scored, like, almost 20 Premier League goals last year. So, like, they got, like, goals in the team. Gibbs White, obviously, still there now after he was forced to sign a contract by gunpoint. The only Hudson-Odoi is still there. Alanga's obviously gone. But other than that, like, I just feel like inside the dressing room, like, inside the club, I just don't feel like it's, like, there's not a lot of harmony. I actually feel like the tension is just very tight. And people are just building up on it as it goes. So, yeah, Forest 100%, my underachievers for the season, and they're going to be in the top half, but, like, closer to mid-table than they will. I feel they'll be closer to the mid-table than they will be to the European spots this year, definitely. Another team I got making the top 10, this one may be a bit crazy because I always feel like Palace are a team that people have always associated with straight mid-table. Like, people always put Palace, like, where I put, like, Brighton and Fulham. Brighton, Fulham, and them, man. I always feel like people put Palace where, like, Brighton and Fulham are straight mid-table. Like, I feel like Palace is, like, the definition. Like, people always associate Palace with not being good enough. What's it called? Not being bad enough not to go down, but always good enough to stay up. But I'm not going to lie. This Palace team won the FA Cup, beat Liverpool the Community Shield. They got a very good front three. And the way Arsenal and Spurs are moving, with both of them having their fingers in their ass, and Eze, I'm not going to lie, the way it's going right now, Eze looks like he's staying at Palace. Because neither of these clubs are making a move for him. So when you got that Eze, Sarr, Mateta front three, there's goals. All of them can score goals. They can all create. Like, as a three, brilliant. So Palace going forward, 100% have nothing to worry about. Guehi, he's in his last year of his contract. Who knows if he's going to go to Liverpool. We'll see when the window closes. I'll probably revisit these when the window shuts as well. But I'm only doing these, like, as of today. Like, I'm not making no assumptions, like, as of what players have got right now. And what the players have got, well, teams have got right now. So Guehi's still there as of now. Like, they still kept most of it. Like, they've not lost a lot, which is actually surprising when you consider that they've won a trophy. Like, Bournemouth have been, like, that's actually ridiculous when you actually peep it. Bournemouth have had more players pinched off of them, more than Palace. And Palace won a trophy with these players. It's actually insane. So, yeah, Palace, another one of them teams that I'm going to have in there. And then the last one for me, Remember, this is in no particular order. So when you see it laid out like this, no, I don't have Newcastle 10th. No, I don't have Palace 9th. That you can flip these however you want. These are just my predictions. Yeah, these are just my predictions straight up. And I feel like Newcastle are another team. When I was thinking about my drop off team of this team for the season, it was between Newcastle and Forest for me. But I'm just gonna edge it to Forest just because like the expectation. Because like Forest, they got like I think they're in the are they in the Conference League this year? I don't know what they're. I know that they're in some European competition, but I know they're not in the what's called they're not in the Champions League this year. So like Newcastle, they got Champions League, so they're gonna have like not only are they playing games like midweek. It's not like Chelsea last year where it's like oh we can just play the B team. Like Forest, they can like they're more liable to play weaker teams midweek. Newcastle can't do that. They cannot do that whatsoever. Especially in the especially when you realize they play Champions League. So and you got the whole Isak situation like you already had Callum Wilson leave as well. Like they got what's his name? The guy from Villa. Light skin brother. Jacob Ramsey, that's his name. Yeah. So they got Jacob Ramsey. Someone finally didn't reject them. So good for them. But they got a lot to do. But I feel like Newcastle are gonna be another team that is just definitely falling off this year, no doubt. And now on to the top 7. If you guys watch American Waffle, you know what my top 7 is. I can actually do these in order now that I peeped it. So I've got Villa in 5th. I've got Villa got Europa League as well. Everyone knows Emery in the Europa League. That's why I've actually got them finishing 5th. I mean, who knows? 5th could be a Champions League spot again this year. Who knows? But you know, Emery loves the Europa League, and that's a trophy that he loves to win. So I'm sure there will be some Premier League games that Villa are going to sacrifice in terms of qualifying for latter stages of that competition. So I've got Villa in 5th. Who knows what that will be? Europa League, Champions League spot. We'll find out. 6th place, I've got Spurs. I actually feel like, especially seeing them against PSG, I'm even more like confident in my take that Spurs are gonna not be down. They definitely won't be 17th because they're not playing ass cheeks wide open every game now. So I feel like Spurs, they're gonna do much better this year. They had I'm not gonna lie, the way the window was cooking up the way the window was looking at one point, it was looking like these guys are gonna get freaking Savinho and fucking Kudos on both wings, and I'm like, that is if they had both of them, like that would have been crazy. They could have even made a push for Champions League. But yeah, even with Thomas Frank, like I know Thomas Frank is like he's not done nothing special with Brentford, but he's been very consistent with them. And like for a club of Brentford's size, like they don't make that kind of money. They don't make money like that, so they don't spend big. Like the fact that and especially what he's got out of players as well. Like this guy had Mbomo and Wissa scoring 35 plus Premier League goals between them. It's mad. So who knows what he will. So like we'll see what he can do with them. We'll see what he can do with some of them Spurs players because there's definitely players in there that got ability that you can get out of 100%. And now for 7th, it is indeed shitty Man United, bro. Now for me, I've always said it. I've said it since the summer began. If Man United make all their signings, regardless of who they make, if they sign Cunha, they sign Sesko, they sign all these guys, if they sign Baliba, which obviously now is not happening at the time of this video because it just came out that Man United are going to go nowhere near Baliba because he's too fucking expensive. But welcome to dealing with Brighton. You're getting overpriced like crazy. But I've always said that Man United's goal this season, regardless, needs to be to get back into Europe, bro. And I feel like they're still going to have their moments. Like, I'm actually, like, despite them finishing above Spurs, I feel like Man United are in a worse situation than Spurs. So I feel like they're going to do a little bit worse. I feel like they're going to have more bozo moments compared to then they're gonna have more bozo moments than Spurs are. I feel like they will make Europe. I just don't see how they, bro. If Man United are not in Europe for two seasons running, I know they didn't. I know they were obviously in the Europa League, but they were in the Europa League because they won the FA Cup last year. But if they don't finish in a European spot in the league for the 3rd season running, that's bad, bro. I just can't see that happening. I'll be real. I just can't see Man United finishing below 7th for 3 seasons in a row. Not even we did that, bro. We finished 8th only twice. We didn't even touch the bottom half of the table. These guys, Spurs and Man United, these guys were finishing in the bottom half. Spurs were literally the worst. Spurs were literally the worst of the rest of the Premier League last year because they literally were the ones who finished above the fucking relegation zone. So yeah, that's my Europa League and Conference League spots, or it could be 2 Europa League spots. Who knows if 5th is another Champions League. But now we got the top 4, and yes, the top 4 is exactly the same as last season. You got Chelsea, you got Man City. Oh, not admit the hut. Man City in 12th. This is in 2007. This is in 2005. The fuck? And unfortunately, as sad as it is, bro, I gotta put. You know what? I'm not gonna put Arsenal in second. I don't care if this is not in order. You can kiss my ass, bro. I don't give a fuck. I literally, this is exactly how I have it, bro. I'm just gonna. I don't even know why I did the top four as one, even though Liverpool got their own section. There's a whole Champions section. But yeah, it was the top four. I got Liverpool winning the league again, especially if they sign Isak. If they sign Isak, oh my god, this game over, bro. Literally, I would throw away the Premier League and just fucking win any other trophy you can if these men sign Isak, bro. Because I don't know how you see, especially if they start to gel. If they start to gel, like before Isak even signs, it's even gonna be even more fucking worrying, bro. And then you got the rest of the top four: Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea. So yeah, I'll be real though. With this top four, I don't see this as just like a top four race. Like with with these top four teams, I don't see it being like a top four race like it is last year. I feel like, especially if Chelsea and Arsenal can get their shit together, like on the pitch, and like actually like keep up the consistency this year. Because I said it, bro. We lost like I think if we did, I think we lost like one. I think we lost the one more game than Liverpool last year in the league, or we lost the same. It was the draws last year that killed us. That is crazy because this is the Premier League. In the Premier League in 2025, a draw is like a loss. You can't draw a game and it's a good result because with how high the standard of the Premier League has been the last like damn near 10 years, literally a draw is going to kill you because of how high the points tallies have been getting over recent years. So a draw is a killer. Like we had, I think it was like 13 draws. That's a 30-year games. You can't draw 30-year games, expect to win the league. Are you dumb? No way. You can't be doing all that. So we need to turn all of our draws into wins. That's why I'm so glad we got our striker. Yeah, that's why we're so glad he's going to help change those points. So inshallah, all God's praying that I can have it like this at the end of the season. Inshallah, I can have it like this. But unfortunately, when reality kicks in and I use my brain, we all know what's going to happen, don't we? So it is what it is, man. But those are my Premier League predictions. Just to go over them yet again, I got Liverpool winning the league. Remember, in no particular order in the finishing in the Champions League spots, I got Man City, Arsenal, and Chelsea. The rest of the European spots, I got Villa, Spurs, and Man United. Lower top half of the table, I've got Forest, Palace, Newcastle. In the mid-table spots, I got Brighton, Fulham, West Ham, and Bournemouth. Just above the three spots, just above relegation, I got Sunderland, Everton, and Brentford. Again, no particular order. And then in relegation, I mean, I could actually probably make this in it. Burnley 19th, yeah, Wolves, because Wolves definitely, they got the most Premier League experience. So if anyone's going to be fine till death, it'll probably be them. And then in the relegation spots, I got Wolves, Burnley, and Leeds United. It's actually sad. I would actually like to see Leeds stay up. Same with Sunderland. I hope Sunderland don't go down because, bro, it's been a minute since Sunderland been in the Premier League. It's been years, bro. So it's good to have them back, bro. And I like that. What's it called? I like that stadium. I like that stadium. The Stadium of Light. So yeah, man. That's it for the Premier League predictions. So got all that sorted up. Obviously, coming up, the big one on Sunday. Oh God, bro. Social media derby, game week 1. These Premier League script writers, bro, they know what the fuck they're doing. I'm telling you. Good Lord. I may do another watch along during the weekend. I may do one for the Man City Wolves game. Actually, no. Fuck that. Sorry, Vader. Fuck your team. But I'm gonna do one. I think I'm just gonna do straight Sunday. I'm gonna do straight Sunday watch alongs. I may just do it all as one. I'm gonna do Chelsea Palace because that's actually a good game to watch. I'm gonna do Chelsea Palace on the Sunday before. What time would that be? So what time? I think we're. Let me just check, bro. What time are we? Are we 11:30? What time is it? My bro. I know it's on Sunday. 11:30. Okay, so yeah, 11:30, and then let me see the rest of the games on that day. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Boom. Yep. Chelsea are also on the Sunday, so I could do. Oh, perfect. You could do it straight back to back. But big up everyone who tuned in. Hope you guys hit the like button, smash the like, share this, subscribe as well. I'll see you guys back here on Sunday when it's time to torch Man United. Staffy, hold that.